Got to get right back into it. It's Opie and Anthony and Jimmy Fallon, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
I got to tell you, we had Jimmy Fallon on the air, about 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And we really just hit it off. I'm like, Jimmy, you just got to come back and just hang with us for a couple hours.
Yeah, I won't leave you guys around that. I'm happy to be back. Thanks for having me.
Very, very cool.
Most people just say they're coming back. You actually did.
Yeah. I know. He's like, I'll be back. I'm like, no, really, we want you back. And he's like, dude, I'll be back. I'm like, no, seriously. We're following him to the elevator, all insecure.
No,
do you mean it?
And the doors are closed, and we're like, please?
Everyone's just staring. We are terribly needy.
Yeah, we got lots going on. We have a lot of people that want to explain how they would cut off their legs. We got the Jerry Springer audio. One guy in instant feedback, he says he wants to use a wood chipper.
No.
That's actually a good way.
I don't know if there's any stopping. You know, you remember you're alone. You can't just. You'd look pretty silly trying to hold yourself back. You got to be in the chipper. Yeah, right. as again, your eyesight is just going into tunnel vision, and you're seeing spots from the loss of blood, and you just get sucked in like a sapling.
And your arms are just shaking uncontrollably.
Oh God!
Well, you chain yourself to something. You chain yourself.
Oh, Jimmy!
God damn, Jimmy's thinking.
That opens the door for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yep.
This way your legs go in and they stop right there. Maybe he meant to go up to the knees and he had misjudged the chain, the length, and he's like, whatever,
You can chain yourself to a boat and go to like a shark-infested water.
Yeah, that's true too, and just like dangle like you're trolling.
Yeah,
and then have them just nibble your legs away until the proper length, and then back in the boat.
Then book Springer.
You're on Springer show.
Book it immediately.
You hang a little sign around your feet that says "Shark food here" with arrows pointing to your legs.
They do. That usually helps.
You know, we want to move on a little bit. You piqued my interest with that movie you were just talking about. We want to get into that in a second, but Ryan in Philly's been waiting like an hour. Ryan, what's up?
Hey. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
I was going to say, that's what, dude, a cutting torch.
Ooh.
It'll seal it up when you're done, too.
Well, you're right. You would cauterize it as you're cutting.
Ooh.
But how quickly would a cutting torch cut through
bone?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see.
It would be weird if he knew. It's like 5 minutes, 36 seconds.
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
Depends on how old the prostitute was.
Let's go to Boston. DJ.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, all right, here's one for you. It's back a little old school. You remember the old paper cutters in school?
Oh, yeah.
Like a straight line.
Yeah.
Machete attached to, like, the end of a cutting board.
Yes.
Remember those things? Those are, like, school was really dangerous when I was a kid. In every art classroom or classroom, they would have this guillotine.
Yeah.
It was like an old-fashioned, like, open sesame type sword that was screwed to a piece of wood that you would cut paper with.
Yeah,
I'm sure they don't have those anymore.
No, what is there a need to cut through like 83 pieces of paper at once anyway?
Well, also, how dangerous was the compass? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That would help you draw circles. It's the pointiest. I mean, how you got stuck with that so many times, and you would stick other people with that. That was your first weapon.
Throw it across the room. Yeah, it was like, here's your weapon, sir.
Here's your shiv. And I got shivved in,
Right in fourth grade.
Fourth grade, absolutely. During lunch period.
When you see those paper
awfully
cutters,
dangerous.
is it like I still see them, like those things that
They make a great sound. That
I still think put your fingers in. I'm not going to do it, but I think put your fingers in it. Like, just cut. Like, people would freak out. You have 4 fingers on the table, like Escape from Alcatraz. Somebody would plank them into a little wood box, hand them to Mr. Zimmerman.
Hey, let's go to Mike in Connecticut. Mike.
Hey, what's going on? Love you guys. Love the show.
Are you going to be at Mohegan Sun Saturday?
Mohegan Sun Saturday.
That's a no, by the way. Would someone else repeat the gig?
Yeah.
Mohegan,
Great.
let me think.
You could have lied, Mike. Could have lied and said, me and all my friends, we can't wait. You don't even know that we're having a gig in
Connecticut's a big state. Perhaps he's far from it.
I understand.
Are you by Mystic Seaport, are you? That tourist trap my stupid parents took me to.
Was that Mystic Pizza? That's the same
as the movie?
Yeah?
It is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Dan knows.
Yeah. Wow.
Mystic Seaport, it's cold and you buy a lot of things with whales on them, and you're like, wow, this was fun.
That's awesome.
He's not kidding. I drove through there once coming back from Boston. I'm like, this is the biggest waste of time ever. How about you throw a little money into the town if you're going to make it a tourist stop.
Have like a ye old fudge shop.
Right, something, right.
It's always at a tourist place.
Right.
Like, tourists love fudge. It's always like ye old fudge shop with 2 P's in it, E. Shop.
Yeah.
I never understood the whaling tourist trap because they got one there on Long Island. Cold Spring Harbor.
Right.
And there's a huge whaling museum there. And all they want you to do is like, it's about whale conservation, but they show you these horrific ways that they used to slaughter whales.
Harpoon them and stuff.
And they're proud of it. Like it's this pride in their city, their little town was like the place you went off to bring back whales, and they showed the harpoons and how they'd hack them apart, and then you'd buy a little button that says, save the whales.
Yeah. We love whales. Watch how we killed them.
Yeah. This is great. Yeah, watch this film for 20 minutes on how we just butchered them.
You would put a quarter in one of those things and watch it go.
Yeah. Spin right down to the bottom.
Yeah, down the tunnel thing.
Great.
Wow.
Or put one of those penny crusher machines that got super.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Of a whale.
I just ruined my penny.
It cost me a quarter to ruin the penny.
Yeah, now it's a squash penny. It looks like a whale.
We call it buying the myth, because when you do these things when you're like on vacation, then you come home, you're like, what was I thinking?
What did I do?
This Mickey Mouse hat with the ears. Like, it was cool when you're walking around the park for a little while, and then you're like, when am I going to ever wear this
Why
again?
did I spend 50 cents for a penny? This is great.
What did I do? Right. Oh, the beaded braided hair is the best because it looks great when you're on the islands. You're on the islands. No one's looking twice at you. No. You get home to Manhattan and start walking down the street with your Bo Derek 10 hairdo from 1980.
And you're a 4.
And Dudley Moore and a clubfoot are chasing you on the beach. That Frankenstein shoe on a beach.
Dude, I openly laugh at those women as soon as they get on the plane. You're like, oh,
yeah,
mistake.
Yeah, because you're sitting in your seat and you just hear. She comes walking on with her head clacking like maracas.
My goal is to someday find a whale that's been washed up on the beach, and while all the people are trying to throw water on it, I just want to berate it and slap its face. I would love to slap a whale on the
Where
face.
does a whale's face start?
I don't know, but right by the nose, just slap it, call it names, how stupid it is. Just holler at it like it's an
The whale talks back to you, goes, that's my chest, you idiot. You don't even know where my face is.
The whale wouldn't do anything. You just look at you with his hot eyes. Shut up.
Hot eyes. And you'd be like,
coffee on him. Shut up.
What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now, whale? What are you going to do now?
Beach whale.
Beach whale. What are you going to do now?
Slap it and berate it. And everybody will be like, what are you doing?
Just waiting for the whale to make a move, but it never does.
Of course it can't. A bunch of water comes in and you have to apologize quickly.
Right.
Big kidding.
Let's go to Mike. So, Mike, you don't know about our comedy show. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, we're still on the phone with Mike?
I don't know about the comedy show in Mohegan Sun. I got 6, but my son and 6 of his friends are going.
All right.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
We love Mike.
We're broadcasting live from there on Friday, so I'm just trying to get the word out. All right, Mike, so what do you got?
I got you take a long piece of piano wire, tie it around the tree, tie the other end to a horse, wrap it around your leg, slap the horse in the butt, and slices right off, right through the bone, nice and clean.
You're old school.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's breaking the rules by using a horse. I said you got to be alone.
You got to be alone.
That is kind of another living animal.
Horse doesn't count.
Horse doesn't count?
No. If you can find a way for a horse to take your leg off.
That's true. We let Shark in.
What about make a ring of peanut butter around the leg and let the rats loose?
There you go.
Go to Taco Bell downtown.
Yeah, just stand there.
Thanks for letting me come on.
All right.
Oh, my God. It's the most obvious, unless you said it and I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Train tracks. Did somebody say that?
Yeah, someone said train tracks.
How easy is that?
And then you got the bungee jump thing. With
Opie said that would be dangerous, the train tracks, because it might drag you under. Which, at that point, I just started laughing that it would be dangerous, and as opposed to cutting it off with a horse and a...
Well, this guy didn't want to die. He just wanted to lose his legs.
Yeah.
So what, he wanted because he lost something else, too? Or is that...
Since he was 14, he'd wanted to...
Cut everything off.
Cut his legs off. Yeah, I guess anything...
He's transvestite, too, right?
Below the...
Transsexual, yeah.
Transsexual, so he kind of cut it all.
Yeah.
I don't know if he went through the operation. We didn't get through much of the audio. It's like...
Let's get to it now.
Yeah, I don't know.
We get to meet Sandra here.
Ooh, Sandra.
Sandra was Jerry.
Sandra used to be named Jerry.
I think, yeah.
Oh, okay. Didn't go with Geraldine. They usually do that.
Name?
My name's John, now I'm Joan. Like, they have to have some similar kind of clothes.
It was a dude.
I'm Sam, now Samantha.
Now, if I was a girl, I'd be Jamaica.
Yeah,
Hey, he's thought this out, man.
I really know, I forget. I didn't actually come up with that, so I stole it from somebody, but somebody told me that. They're like, you should be Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Oh, it was gay pride yesterday.
Hi, I'm Jamaica. Trying to put the woman's voice on.
Yeah, there were a few dishes at gay pride yesterday. My girlfriend and I were walking around. Like,
were
wow,
there dishes?
That's a tranny, hun, but you know what? If you weren't here and I elbowed her ribs, that's good-naturedly.
Excuse me.
Let's meet Sandra, who's just a really, really bad girl. Barely looks like a woman.
Sandra, what? Okay. What's going on? This is strange, isn't it?
Yes, it is strange.
Okay. So how old are you now?
I'm 48.
Now you're 48. When you were 35, you decided to become a woman. Okay. That's fine.
What?
Is it?
Is it? No reaction from the
Think
audience.
you didn't want your legs?
At 14.
At 14. When did you actually cut them off?
I cut this one off in 2000.
I thought that one went first, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you cut your leg off?
I didn't want them. My brain just kept saying get rid of them, so I had to get rid of them.
I love how they're laughing at him.
Yeah.
No, they should be.
When you became a woman, did your brain say get rid of something else?
Yeah, but I couldn't cut that out.
All right.
But you cut your legs
Okay,
off.
what do you mean your brain told you to cut off your legs? Seriously.
My brain it was like in my brain, like.
My brain just started visiting me. It just said,
you don't need your legs. You don't need your legs.
Jerry, what the hell are you doing with these two legs? One should be somewhere else. And I was like, I mean, I chewed a lot of tobacco before I did do it, so I was buzzing pretty heavy. I mean, I don't know if you had skull bandits, but I had 3 in my mouth at the same time. And I was just flying so high, man, I couldn't even see straight. And that was just, my mind just kept telling me, cut it off.
He's just talking like that. He's not giving him.
Just so casual about it. But his original name was Wendell.
Wendell.
Wow, did I miss that one?
Sandra made quite an effort with the voice, though. I mean, on the phone, you'd think it was a girl.
Hello.
Almighty.
Yeah.
Like listening to Slim Whitman talk.
Dad, I'm Sandra now. Really?
Just a legless disappointment in a bad wig.
Wendell, is that you? No, it's Sandra. Wow, you sound just like Wendell.
Do you know how good he makes Michael Caine from Dressed to Kill look feminine and sexy?
Well, Sandra explains other ways she tried to remove her legs.
How did you just sat there? Did you give yourself some medicine? Did you?
No, I had adrenaline flow. My adrenaline was real high.
Is this like a sexual charge you get off?
Jimmy's got the voice.
Adrenaline.
What's
Adrenaline
adrenaline?
real high.
Mr. Drummond, that says. Different strokes.
Drummond real high. I got him real high and gave him an axe.
I mean, I was real high. I thought I saw Mr. Drummond from Different Strokes. Him and Arnold were there with Willis, and they told me to cut my leg off. I said, now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
They were accusing me of molested Dudley.
I mean, these are pornographic cartoons. You got to understand, Jared.
Favorite episode?
Happy Mr. Carlson from WKRP in Cincinnati.
That was him branching out, wasn't he? Going for the Emmy Award.
They always go that route when they want to bury who they were before, because that's what Mr. Brady did.
Yeah, they leave no doubt in your
Mr.
mind.
Brady played a transvestite.
Yeah.
In his next role right after the Brady Bunch, and everybody was like, "Oh wow!"
That was just one of his home movies.
Yeah, and we were all thinking that was a stretch of a character for him, but apparently not.
The kid that hosted Blue's Clues, the original host of, I forget what his name was, but he was hot at the time, and he left and went to CSI or one of these Law and Order things.
Did he?
He was like a rapist or something.
Oh,
Wow.
Dude, that's really he's like, I just want to let everyone know I'm not the guy from Blue's Clues. And I go, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you really are. This is creepy.
No, you still are, and it's creepy.
The cops are pulling out that big red pad and the crayon to write the clues on. What was it? Rape, that's right.
Look, we found another handprint.
I'm going to sit in my raping chair. Yes, it's Blue.
It's raping chair.
As he gets the peanut butter out so Blue could have a good time, too.
How do you all know? Do you have kids, Jimmy? family?
No.
Nobody has kids here, and yet all of you know Blue's Clues. I've never
relatives, yeah.
Okay.
Just go to a kid's party. I was at one yesterday, and it was Blue's Clues everything.
If you're at a kid's house and you want to watch
they had Blue's Clues
anything
napkins.
good, it will be turned off halfway through so that the kids can watch their crappy shows.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I had to turn it off for Monsters, Inc., which at least is a cool cartoon, but 8,000 times taking it from the middle.
Nothing's cool 8,000 times.
It goes halfway through, and then Dora the Explorer's got to come on.
Yeah.
Or Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
Can we build it? Yes, we can. You're
going to hang yourself.
It's just horrible cartoons for kids. Back to rabbits hitting dogs over the head with frying pans.
Yeah.
What the hell was wrong with that?
That's what I said.
Fun cartoon.
All right, let's get Sandra explaining how other ways she tried to remove her leg.
Is this like a sexual charge you get off of cutting off your legs?
No, it was just, I had adrenaline flow. You know, like people get adrenaline flow, they can pick cars up off of people and stuff, you know.
Urban legends now.
I can't tell you how many times I picked a car up over something.
I became the Hulk.
You know,
Now, what kind of things have you done to get your legs?
I've injected my knee with my feces, 120 cc's under my kneecap.
There you go.
Liquefy it and pump it in. I've cut myself with razor blades. I've drove nails in the bone. My brain would just say, get a 16-penny nail and a hammer and drive it in the bone, and I just drive it in the bone.
Wow, talk about a guy who doesn't know how to tell himself no. How about this? If your brain says drive a nail into your shin, you go no.
No.
Tell your brain no.
No.
Inject your kneecap with feces?
Feces. I guess he was hoping it would rot the rest of his leg off. Wow. Jimmy, that was almost Jimmy's suggestion about cutting from the big toe up to the knee and then filling it with that juice that falls out of garbage trucks.
You wait for it to rot off and you squash like a banana off.
I know exactly that juice, yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I built the guillotine. I dropped it on my leg. That didn't work.
Don't laugh at him.
Go back to the drawing board. I got to figure out something else.
No, it's great. These are some of the ways that the listeners came up with.
Yeah.
See, you guys were wrong.
Also, like, where can you find a guillotine nowadays?
Yeah, very hard to get.
Right next to the fudge place in Mystic.
Yeah. I got a job at Medieval Times.
Yeah, I was hoping, but it was a fake guillotine. Didn't do much.
You went to Medieval Times. Did you get, like, you know, some appetizers that sexually get you aroused?
It's fake.
She's really just a voice like a siren.
You guys want to,
Sandra?
You guys want to hear about the night she cut the first leg off?
Yeah.
Whatever she talks about, I could listen to.
Yeah, with that.
Well, we're going to do that after the break.
Oh, you tease.
Jimmy Fallon, we promoting anything?
No.
Awesome. We love that.
Just hanging.
Now, are you still doing the car wash for Peace Day?
Dude, by the way, thank you for you helped me out with that. The car wash for Peace thing, it kind of took off for a little bit. Some guy in Pompano Beach, Florida had a car wash for Peace. And, like, he has this, it's called Mr. Squeaky.
Mr. Squeaky.
Mr. Squeaky. And he had this thing, and it was cool. He had, like, raised, like, a bunch of money for the troops. And it was cool. It was fun.
You can download it off iTunes. And
thank you so much.
Go to fisherhouse.org.
You guys are so helpful with that, but I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
All right.
Man, and also maybe we'll get an answer from something we read in the paper. My God, Jimmy was in the paper this morning.
Oh.
Something about late night television.
Ooh.
Oh, crap. They heard about that.
Ixnay on the Conan A.
Rather cut my own legs off than answer you.
I'm saving that one for the insider, you idiots.
You're right.
I'm not giving you that scoop. I'll talk about Fudge and Whale Museum.
Cutting legs off.
And the guillotine shop at...
Guillotine shop. Guillotine shop.
I just picture the guillotine shop next to the Fudge thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Mystic, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Mystic Seaport. It should be firebombed.
Yeah.
If you're going to build a guillotine, you better do a good job.
Gotta be really heavy stuff.
That seems like something that could be easy to build.
I took it over to the guillotine. Oh, did you? Did you take it over to the guillotine? That makes no sense. We don't live in the same reality.
No.
You have a guillotine. I took it to the kettle of boiling oil.
We got flat screens. He's got a guillotine. In the playroom. You know, it's like, all right.
He made it out of hardened sugar. It hit his leg and just shattered.
All right, well,
That's all I had.
we got the best audio yet on the way. It's Opie and Anthony. Why did we have to take a break? That was some good radio right there for,
we do our own.
8 people.
We
It's
do
the Opie
radio
and Anthony
shows for
show.
ourselves.
Little Jimmy Norton, of course, and Jimmy Fallon. He came back. We're very happy that he decided to come back and hang with us.
I'm sorry. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
This is awesome.
We were talking about telethons during the commercials.
Yeah. We got on that because Jerry Lewis, talking about when he had his big fat face from the drugs he did.
Well, it started because we thought we saw Al Roker on TV, and we were saying he's the only person to ever get his stomach stapled, get really skinny, but continue to have a fat head.
A fat head.
We don't understand what's going on there.
Didn't master that part of the surgery.
So then we went from Al Roker's fat head to
Stephen Kajikaro.
Yeah, and then we went from him to Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis's fat head.
They were taking the same pill to make their heads fat. It was like,
fat head pill.
And then also we're talking about charities, and I walk out of the bathroom, and Ant's talking about sad kids falling down to get the pledges up.
Oh, it's Dennis James was the guy's name.
Dennis
James and Paul Anka used to do this telethon for cerebral palsy. And they would play a song that was, look at us, we're walking, look at us, we're talking, we could never walk or talk before. And they would do this like every hour.
Sick.
And parade these kids around in a circle on the stage with their braces, like, you know, the little crippled kid braces, and they couldn't walk, and they'd fall over. And, like, stagehands would come out and pick them up, and they would just have them walking in a circle, and the cash would be flying, and, like, the tote board would be ching, 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 ching.
Oh, they break the record every year.
Yeah, every year they break a record.
We did it again.
Oh, look at that, we did it.
You think they brought, like, David Copperfield in to make the stage, like, wobbly, but you don't see it at home that's wobbly, and it's just like...
Yeah, they fasten the camera to it, so it's all, like, relevant. It's
right.
Just you get the perspective of the floor, and the kids look like they're just falling over.
Little tripwires.
Yeah, just anything to get some more money in there.
Fishing line. Yeah,
take a tumble for 50,000 kids.
Right.
And then I don't know who it was that did the telethon. Who did the telethon for sickle cell? That had a telethon. It might have been Cleavon Little or something years ago. And their big catchphrase for the thing was, ring the bell for sickle cell, ring the bell for sickle cell. And every time they went to the tote board, they would ring the bell and show how much more money the sickle cell was getting. Yeah. Like, everyone was doing telethons back then. You really don't see the telethon anymore.
No.
The Jerry Lewis one's really the last one that's still going. And even that, we were talking about how that isn't really what it used to be. They used to have stars of the time. Now they were hacks, but, I mean, Charo, for God's sake, was a big name back in the old days. And she was on there coochie-coochieing it up.
She was on last year.
Oh, see, but now it's exactly
doing the same act.
That's the point. Coochie.
Wait. But is Jerry Lewis? Does he have an audience there, or is it just him and cameras?
Here it is. They do it for the main one from Vegas. And then they have the affiliates, which are supposed to be all over the country, but they have one here in New York, and it's they spend a lot of time in New York, where like Tony Orlando hosts it, and then they go, let's throw it to Jerry in Vegas, and then they go to Vegas, and you see 2 seconds of Jerry. And then Jerry's gone again.
He takes a nap.
He takes another nap. Where Jerry used to spend like 3 days up.
He would do the telethon, by the end.
Anytime you tuned in.
He got so many pills or something.
Oh, I'm sure. Just snorting coke.
A little known fact, I haven't talked about this in years, but I was the Jerry Lewis hack for Rochester, New York.
Oh, God, you
I was doing radio in Rochester, and when they went local, hello.
Did you really?
I'm Greg Opie Hughes.
I think I hung out on I don't even want to forget it.
Move on. What'd you do?
I think I was on the top of a 12-foot ladder, and I wouldn't come down until we got the pledges up.
Okay. All right. You can stop right now.
And I got video.
Oh, get out of here. I got to see this.
I'll bring it.
Oh, man. I am douche chilling out.
Refuse to come down, huh?
And the news anchor's like, Opie's not coming down until we raise, because it's Rochester, $2,000.
Wow, he's suffering just as much as the children.
Right.
He won't come down a ladder.
He won't get off these stilts.
That's great.
Yeah, some local guy where I was from, I remember it was like a DUI awareness week, and he got drunk in the area to have a drink every hour, and then
and show how dangerous it is, or
he got smashed.
He got to get drunk.
It wasn't fun, but he had like 3 more hours to go, and he was already wrecked. This one was like,
you wouldn't want to drive like that. I think it would be great if he just kept his wits and composure and was just slamming them down, going, I don't even feel this stuff. This is fantastic. I'm driving home, as a matter of fact.
He's plugging his local businesses. Like, you got to shop at Discount Beverages. That is the greatest store.
Even better, threaten to get into a car live on TV.
I'm going to drive if you don't spend the money. I'm driving by the schools.
I got the keys in my hand.
I'm driving.
Look.
Don't you hate black people?
We'll be right
he just
back.
starts really saying some awful drunk stuff. It's like, oh, dude, wait a minute. This idea sounded good.
Wow, this sounded like a good idea in the conference room. But then he just takes off.
It's just all hammered and he tries.
A white guy, a Jew, and a black guy walk into a bar. You guys like black jokes?
Oh, no, we'll be right back. Let's go to our affiliate in New York.
God. Grab him some coffee. Throw some water on his face, for God's sakes. God, I didn't think he'd be that bad of a drunk. We always thought he was a functioning alcoholic.
What happened to the telethon? It's just gone.
Right.
Do they still do that on 13 where they try to grub up money like on public television?
I have no idea. We
Give you a tote bag.
If we don't get this audio in, people are going to kill us.
Oh,
and
we got to get the
5
leg
minutes left
audio
on this side of the show. So Sandra tells about the night she cut the first leg off.
Sandra.
Let's get into this again.
You didn't cut them both off at the same time.
No, I did this.
That would be crazy.
In November the 16th at 11:30 at night.
Wow, right when Leno was starting.
Okay, how
That was
did that...
Dwight Gooden's birthday.
Sandra didn't care for Leno's guest list and was protesting. He shipped in a bloody leg and said, I wanted Clooney, damn it.
I don't like Shanice.
Holy crap! Brian from St. Louis, Opie. See, I'm under the bus, and we can't even go there right now because we're trying to get too much done. But
Oh,
Brian
that's
in St.
all right.
Louis, Opie, was that stunt for retarded kids? Did you call it "Not Coming Down for Downs"?
Oh, no.
Kind of a good title.
God damn.
Yes.
Our audience is awful.
You wrote... Okay, how did that... What? Tell me that story about that night.
I cut the circulation off up here above the knee with radiator hose clamps that you put on the automobile.
Yeah.
And then down here I used like a pantyhose with like a noose on it and make it real tight.
Yeah.
And then I just got my saw and got everything in the kitchen, got everything ready that I needed. And got up on the counter and I waited till the leg went numb and turned purple. And I got the saw and I put it on my leg and I powered it up and then I shut it off, laid it on the counter and I looked at the saw and looked at my leg and said, well, it's now or never.
Wow!
How about
did
never?
Did anyone get that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Did anyone get the answer though from all those calls we took?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think he did anything with the tourniquet, kind of a pipe clamp. That's got to be a big pipe clamp.
Yeah.
And then you tighten that down, no blood's getting through.
I love it. He tried that after he tried the guillotine.
Yeah. I keep working on the guillotine.
He really learned from his
That was his
mistake.
last thing.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do that one first, the power saw.
After your
Parasol.
leg comes off, to have to go like another time, God, that was fun. Why is there only one more of these for me to enjoy? What's wrong with...
Yeah, it's like
How long was the delay between cutting off legs?
I don't know. We're gonna try to squeeze this in. I hope the affiliates don't go to local programming. Detailed account of first leg amputation. A little more.
Now I took my first leg. I took a tourniquet.
Oh, we heard this
And I
part.
tied the leg off.
Yeah.
Want to go right to the second leg?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
right to the second leg.
Count of second leg being cut off. What does he have, a website that explains this?
I injected
Because
more
this audio is
feces.
different than the Jerry Springer thing. Yeah.
I already got rid of the one leg. Now I got to get rid of the other one. Leg number 2. I went through the same motions that I did the other one. I took the tourniquet and I tied the leg off. I positioned the bucket to because I knew this leg. I knew it. I messed up on the second leg because I didn't cut it all the way through. So I knew this bucket. This leg had to come off right. The whole foot had to come off, so I couldn't mess it up. You know, you learn by your mistakes. So I knew it.
What happened wrong with the first one?
Do you learn by your mistakes?
I don't know.
I didn't figure out what happened to the first one.
If his parents killed every child after him that they had, they learned by their mistakes.
Yeah.
What a dismal failure he was.
I don't think he cut it all the way through, maybe.
Is that what he was saying?
I think.
Yeah.
Mistakes. So I knew it wouldn't be right. So I positioned me a bucket under it to catch the foot, so I wouldn't get blood all over the floor, make a big mess to clean up with. And after I got through with the circulation cutting off, and then I grabbed the saw, I put the saw on the leg, and I didn't hesitate this time. I just grabbed the saw and I powered it up, and I went through. And it came off, and the foot fell in the bucket. And the second leg was gone, and it was even more relief. And You know, and then I called 911 myself this time. I didn't call nobody else. I called 911 myself this time.
It fell into the plunk.
It fell in the bucket. I called 911 this time. Last time I called movie phone. I want to see.
Yeah, I'd like to know who he called the first time. Baba, I cut my leg off. Bring over
which one? The left one or the right one? Did you inject feces in it first?
Yeah, of course I did.
That didn't work, man. That's a myth. That is a myth. Injecting feces into your kneecap will not remove your legs.
I like how earlier he goes, so I cut the other leg off, the second one. Like
the third one.
After you cut the first leg off, we can assume it's going to be the second one.
You could just go with the other at that point.
Other leg, right.
Sounds like he's related to Kaiserblade, dude.
He does kind of sound
a little bit.
Jimmy's hanging with us on XM.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, we have is there an announcement to make? Like a...
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
I mean... Nothing.
Wait, read his eyes.
Yeah, I'm reading his eyes.
They're very nice eyes.
Done deal.
Yeah, it's official. I could tell. He's going to be the next Conan. I saw it in his eyes.
He's got to change his name, hair color, everything.
Right. Conan Fallon. Doesn't sound right.
It's like I am signing up. I'm like one of the choices, but it's like it's nothing set in stone, and you don't know what's going to happen. It's 2 years away, so it's just like NBC's just trying to think what they're going to do next. Yeah, it's like more of a contract saying, like, I won't have a late night thing somewhere else.
Don't run off.
So it's like...
Jimmy, you didn't have to do that. We were just messing with you. You could have kept that info.
Can I get a deal with that?
Look, you pressured him.
Jimmy's such a nice guy. Most people go, I ain't saying nothing.
Right.
He's just like, yeah, okay.
What a great deal he got. They gave him money, and they go, just don't do a talk show anywhere else.
So they give you money and say, you can do anything but a talk show, because we were thinking of maybe having you as Conan's replacement. That's how I see it.
We got paid for 2 years to not do radio.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice deal.
Yeah, but to get in the paper, we got to juice this up a little bit. What else can we add?
Oh, you got to punch it up?
Yeah, we got to punch it up a little bit.
Let's see. He cut his legs off?
On his first show, he's going to cut his small toe off.
Do you think Leno's going to leave NBC? I can't see them pushing him out.
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, he agreed to leave him, but then he had to change of heart.
He was kind of saying he wanted to go.
Within the last year, he's like, wait a minute, I think I still want to do this. But it's too late.
Would they push him out, though? I mean, Conan, they owe like $40 million to, but would they push Jay Leno out?
Jay's got 8,000 cars to drive on a daily basis, so he's got to... He needs more time.
They're winning in the ratings like every night.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
We love Jay, man. We had so much fun out there.
Yeah, he's great.
He was the greatest.
Yeah, he's a good dude, isn't he? But I don't
Look,
know
we could all talk about Jay Leno.
Jay.
Yeah.
You know, when I did Jay...
We all did Jay in this room.
Jay.
Yeah, he's cool. I don't who knows what's going to happen in 2 years. I mean, anything. I don't even know what. I mean, Letterman could decide to go to L.A. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To do what? To do his show?
Yeah, maybe he wants to raise Harry. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen. I mean, it's 2 years away.
But you heard it here. Jimmy's, he might get the gig.
That's right.
There's always the big talk show like War, Purge, or something every few. We got to go through this every few years. Then they did last time, you know, when Johnny left a void. That whole controversy between Leno and Letterman. All
right, we can continue on the other side. We're going to be on XM Satellite Radio in a few minutes here. Jimmy Fallon. Don't forget Car Wash for Peace. You can download it on iTunes, and proceeds go to FisherHouse.org. And that helps the soldiers.
It's like a Ronald McDonald House for the wounded troops coming back from Iraq.
It's a great, great cause. Yes. So go to iTunes and download Car Wash for Peace by Jimmy Fallon, okay? It helps FisherHouse.org. We'll see you guys over at XM. Thanks for listening.
Opie and Dopey.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Right.
XM 202.
And we're back live.
Look at that.
Jimmy Fallon's making us do more radio today. Usually we kind of call it in for 15 or 20 minutes. We make believe we're still walking to another studio across town, even though we're staying in the same place for the next month and a half.
Yeah, cool.
But Jimmy's here. He's killing for us. And we're like, God damn, we got to get back on the radio right away.
Thank you. I love it.
There's no reason why we shouldn't be back on the air at 9:01. We just,
sometimes, hey, you're going to ruin it.
Sometimes we tell the listeners the truth. Need a little break.
But it doesn't matter what you do for a living. You're always trying to figure out a way to cut corners, right? I'm sure when you guys were at SNL, you should have been writing or something, but you're playing beer pong somewhere in the back office.
Or we just show pre-tape. Yeah, show pre-tape commercials. Like, I know we showed Oops, I Crap My Pants 10 times, but look at it again.
Yeah, right.
It's really worth a third take.
Exactly.
It's worth a third listen.
But we go to break.
This one.
We go to break from the first half of the show, and we throw Regis on the big screen here.
Regis.
And freaking Jimmy just told a story that was pretty damn funny.
I love Regis. It's good. I did Regis once, and I was on the show, and he's like, you hear the show, and also on the show is the Scissor Sisters. I go, absolutely. I heard that you love the Scissor Sisters. I go, yeah, I like the Scissor Sisters. Yeah, they're great. And they just came out. They're a brand new band. I go, they sound like, the Elton John, Bowie, or what, Beck. Jimmy Fallon loves the Scissor Sisters. I go, absolutely, man. They're great. He's like, I'll let you introduce the Scissor Sisters. I go, whatever, man.
Can I jump in real fast? Now, did you know the Scissor Sisters at this point?
I knew what
you heard like maybe one song on the radio or your iPod, right?
Yeah, Take Your Mama Out. I knew that song. I thought that was a good song. I just heard it on the radio a couple times. So he's like, I'll let you introduce them. I'm like, okay, wait. So I go, ladies and gentlemen, the Scissor Sisters, and they're really gay. They're really like kind of like the guy's wearing a copper vest, like a metallic vest, no shirt, and like they're he's dancing. It's like 9 in the morning. Kelly Ripa's mouth is open. It's like, Jimmy Fallon loves the Scissor Sisters. He does what they do at nighttime. He loves what they do, what they stand for. Everything about him. Jimmy Fallon basically these guys. And I was like, wow. I didn't know they were that gay. They really, yeah. Oh, it's insane. I was just
just threw you right under the bus.
Well, he's just getting so old now, and I think, the Scissor Sisters, they're actually they're cool people. They're cool guys. I got to know them, but they came over and he's like, "Why do you call yourselves the Scissor Sisters?" They go, "Well, we used to do that handshake, in high school where you put your hand like this, and then you
and you look at
what handshake? What?" And I go, stop it! I'm stopping it right now.
No!
You know the handshake?
Of course.
You put.
We're on satellite. You can say it. It makes it, and then
looks like a vagina.
You lift up and you think you're looking at a vagina.
You put your two hands together and you lift it up.
But you're in third grade and you don't really know what a vagina looks like.
So Regis doesn't know. He's never done. So he's about to do it with the lead singer of the Sisters. He's like, let me try to do the handshake there. And I pulled his hand away. I go, stop.
No, you don't want to do that.
I would be scarred for life.
I saw it for a second. I thought it was joy.
I saw Regis. I don't want to see this.
How great would it be? No one tells him, and he lifts up and tries to figure out what he's looking at.
My God.
He sees Jesus. I'm quitting show business.
Everyone must flock to my head.
I'm going to be a Sherpa. He changed his profession.
Just because he did the bad hand thing with a Scissor Sister.
He did the Scissor Sister. I didn't even know which Scissor Sister I did it with.
Changed my life.
Well, we point out many times Anthony does a hell of a Regis. And
all you got to do is close your nose and yell at the end of what you say.
Right. And we noticed that when it comes to technology, he's just so freaking out of touch.
He doesn't want to learn anything. I saw a whole segment they did on computers, and this is years ago. And they wheel out a computer because they were upset that Regis doesn't do things. You can't get in touch with him on an email. There are a lot of things he should look over. Show-wise, like with this show, communicates strictly through emails and pictures and whatever we want to do, links. And he just won't do it. And I guess the rest of the staff is a little upset he's not up to date. So they wheeled out a computer and wanted him to learn how to do it. And he's like, I don't even know where the on button is, Gelman. Turn it on.
Where do you shovel the coal into? Where's the hand crank? How does this computer?
I have an old Victrola, and you crank it.
And I listen to Scissor Sisters. Victrola.
Show me the hand thing again. And who is this tub girl? Why do I keep going to Meat Spin? Meat Spin. I get these pop-ups, they won't stop. I don't need Viagra.
Ass cave.
Ass cave.
Ass cave. Gelman, are you using my computer again?
You're getting me spam of Ass Cave.
Becomes a spokesperson.
Horse gag.
Horse gag. That is an oldie but goodie.
Well, yeah.
Oh, man. You kind of get the whole story right there from the title.
Oh, yeah.
Horse gag.
There's no mistaking what it's about. You don't click
man.
on it going, well, this might be good for the kids.
Wow, who saw this coming?
Maybe this is like a Drudge Report type of thing. I don't know. Could be telling me the news. What's horse gag?
Horse gag.
You know what it is. There's something weird that has a weird title. I think it was called Lemon Party. That's not remotely what you think it is.
Well, it's not a lemon party?
This?
No. It's old dudes.
Is that the three old guys?
Blowing each other in the bed?
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Greatest thing I've
That's a
ever seen.
classic.
I forgot who did it to me. I think it might have been this guy, Steve Higgins. Like, dude, I'm working on my website. I think they got it pretty good. These guys, like these college kids, turned up the website. It looks pretty good. My homepage, check it out. Lemonparty.whatever. And I was like, okay. So I checked it. I was like, oh, come on, dude. What are you doing? That's going to scar me for life.
There's three old guys. One is laying back. He's the lucky one. And there's another old guy leaning. They're all totally naked. One guy is kissing him, and another guy is blowing him. And I have the photo on my Mac.
They're no less than 75 years
They're
old.
ancient.
Yeah.
It will burn. It will scar you for life.
Kenny was on the plane with me, and the way Mac works is when you want to change your desktop, you open up this file. If you hit it once, your desktop is lit up. I didn't realize that, so I'm on a plane, and I'm scrolling through things to try to change my desktop photo, and I clicked on that photo by accident, and there's three fucking naked old guys.
Flight attendant, like, would you like another drink?
There was a guy 3 rows back who saw it on my screen, and I shut it immediately, and he was fucking laughing. Mac is weird with photos. There's certain things to get used to, and I did not know how to fucking operate it.
And I'm sure you don't know how to change it, so it's still up there now.
No, I took it off.
Dude, it's not gay. It's funny.
Yeah.
It is, of course.
We do a bit called Gay or Funny. That is just plain funny.
Yeah. Well, looking at it is funny. Being in it...
Well, it's a bit gay, yeah.
Listen, if you had to be one of those guys, which one would you want to be?
Right.
No, just guess. Like, the guy blowing the guy is doing nothing but blowing a guy. The guy kissing is like, you are kissing another guy, but there's no dick in your mouth. But the other guy laying back is getting a blowjob, but he also has to kiss another man.
Why is it lemon party?
I don't know why it's called that. Maybe because it gives you sour taste.
They like sour, wrinkled old guys?
I got another choice. I'd rather cut off my own legs.
Ooh. I put the guillotine there. It was just staring at me, and I said, "Oh, I probably should use you." I bought a guillotine. I figured that was a good investment.
that guy.
We are getting reports though that horse gag. There's also another site where it's horses falling for silly pranks.
No.
America's funniest horses.
Horses.
There you go. There's the picture.
You got me.
Oh, look, I love the fact...
I don't want to see it again.
No, wait.
I don't want to look at it again. I can see it from far away from here, and I can't look at it.
Here's the beauty of this photo. Look at one old fella's laying back. He still has his watch on.
Yeah, it's just
He's still got his watch on.
And he's kissing the other guy who looks like an older Thurston Howell III. Now, the one guy's blowing him with a fucking... He's got like his...
He's got a Let's Get Physical headband on.
Oh, God, it's all coming back.
But I love the fact that the one guy who's just kissing the gentleman on his back is also tweaking his nipple. Oh. If you look closely, he's giving him a little nipple tweak.
The guy that's like blowing that dude looks like Arnold Palmer.
Ancient.
Maybe that's why it's called Lemon Party. Isn't that?
Wait a minute.
Half lemon, half iced tea.
Maybe. Now, from this distance, it looks like they're doing some kind of wacky CPR on him.
Yeah, get closer.
He's not breathing, so we just tried every hole. We're breathing into every single one of them.
How great would it be that the guy in the bed laying down is dead?
All right, please wipe that from the screen.
That should be your screensaver, E-Rock.
Dude,
it's scarring me. It's like,
yeah.
Before the internet, like, I had a friend that worked in TV. He still works in TV, Buzzy. We talk about him from time to time. And he used to get these videos that were questionably...
banned, yeah. They were
probably illegal crap. And he did a montage of a porn-like thing. Like, it was like quick scenes from porns. And they show an older guy in the bed, right, with his eyes closed, and the camera pans down. And it's a woman working him over. And then while she's blowing him, she's taking his balls and turning it like a doorknob, but keeps turning and turning and turning and turning. And now you're like, Now you're into the film. Like, what is this?
I'm trying to figure out how they CGI'd it or something.
No, but this is like the 80s,
before
man.
anything.
It was way before you're like, oh, that's got to be fake. You realize you're seeing something that's pretty real. So now you're like, why isn't the guy like affected by this?
Screaming.
She keeps turning and turning.
And then she lifted his pelvis up by them after she twisted.
So finally, when she couldn't twist him anymore and they were like begging to just pop out of the skin, she takes the scrotum and lifts the guy up off the bed. Yeah. And at that point, the camera pans back and you realize the guy's dead, everybody. He was dead.
It was done in a funeral home. And the guy, he was dead. He was just laying there dead.
I showed Aunt.
And I looked. It was horrifying. It still sticks out in my head. I would never want to see it again. Yeah. They tricked me because I didn't know he was dead. At first,
gosh,
just horrid.
It was one of these videos that was going around, and then he was way before the internet. He had the Bud Dwyer video. You've seen the Bud Dwyer video? The guy
where he shoots himself.
Shooting himself on live TV down in PA.
Man, that's another thing.
It wasn't bad enough.
Watch those
it wasn't bad enough to have that video, and they were passing it around underground.
Was that Faces of Death, or was that on that? No.
No, they didn't really show much real death in that. Some of it they did, but some of it was faked, I think.
See, Faces of Death, that's hacked. These guys that had the underground videos back in the day, they had real crap.
I remember that guy with he pulled the gun out of the
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't bad enough that
Stand back, everybody.
It wasn't bad enough they had the video and they were passing around to each other. One sick F decided to make a rap video out of it. To the beat of a nice beat, so it was going back and forth with the gun going in and out of his head.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he cut it back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, so
and you saw like his hair kind of go up and down to the music.
To the beat. It was nice.
It's really twisted. There's too much stuff available right now on the internet that I don't want to see or be part of.
Chappelle had that funny bit. It was like, what if the internet was a real place? How fucked up would that place be?
Oh, man, right?
The most craziest place in the world. The internet was an actual city that you went to. It's like everything you can imagine. It's just
murder, death, destruction, sex.
Craziest thing ever you could imagine is around. He did some bit on it. It was really funny.
The only thing I've avoided on the internet for the most part is the beheadings.
Jimmy watched those. I don't know how you watch shit like that.
People ask me where my line is. That's where my line is.
That is my line, absolutely.
Watch that.
Seen all of them.
Cannot watch graphic death videos. Will not watch them. Sex, anything goes as far as sex on the internet. I'll watch videos. But as far as death goes, it's got to kind of be. I'm kind of like those. If it's out of a fighter plane, I'm cool with it.
Even if they deserve it, everyone's like, "Did you see Saddam?" Like, I don't want to see Saddam.
No, I kind of grew to like Saddam after a while. You know, they were because a lot of the guys.
The beard, he needed the beard.
Yeah, he needed the beard to be a little more likable. The big beard, and he was like
the droopy underwear.
Yeah, he was kind of cute, right? He wasn't the guy standing there in the uniform firing that gun off of his balcony anymore.
That guy was thrown out of his apartment.
Yeah, he's some guy's like, I tried. I did the best I could. What do you want from me?
You know he was getting old where he couldn't keep his beard all trimmed nice anymore.
No. They were talking to the soldiers that were guarding him, American soldiers that were guarding him, and a lot of them had conversations with him and said he just came off like, just some old guy, had his ideas about what was right and wrong. He killed a lot of people. Don't get me wrong there. I mean, he killed a lot of people. But, it's that whole reality of the thing. Yeah. That it's like the bottom line is
quickly changes to him. He's like, look, what I did a couple of months ago was like it was a fad. It's like wearing zipper pants. I mean, we've all had our come on.
I know you wanted it.
Those MC Hammer things. We all tried to do stuff. I mean,
let me see your pictures from the 80s. Come on, it was like big hair, white shirts with big Japanese letter on it.
Have you guys not worn jams? You never wore jams. Come on.
It was like Capizio's shoes, but genocide.
Oh, God, those are...
But genocide? Right. It's cutting me a break.
TV dashery.
Well, Chemical Ali just got sentenced to hanging. Remember him? He was another one of the favorites over there. Chemical Ali, guy responsible for a lot of the gas attacks on the Kurds. And then I was saying, what did they ever do with the guy, the Minister of Information? Because he was like a big celebrity. The guy that, no, everything is fine. Americans have not taken the airport. And you're seeing like B-52s taking off from the airport. Right behind him. And people are running. And he's like, no, we have put... At one point he said, the Americans at one point were at the airport. And he made this motion with his hands. He goes, but we pushed them back. And he actually did a push thing.
Yeah.
And they're doing the interview not from a studio or anything. It's from the street where people are running behind him.
He was harmless.
Like, why? No, they're not going to hang him or anything?
You know, when I was at Saddam International Airport, I looked, and all you see is a couple of Iraqi airliners with all the engines had been taken off. It was like he didn't want people leaving, so they took the engines off.
They took the engines off.
Yeah, the planes couldn't take off.
They didn't just not de-ice them or something.
They de-engined them.
They de-engined the plane.
Beheaded them.
They beheaded the planes. Flight 1149 is being...
Yeah. We got a guy from Afghanistan.
There will be a slight delay on Iraqi Airlines Flight 359 as we have no engines.
Oh, Kruka. Man, I'm going to have to go to...
Praise be Allah, engine should be arriving sometime within the next 10 minutes.
What am I going to do now in the airport? Now I got to go to Aunt Annie's Pretzels. Pay 20
What is that? Oh, Cinnabon. Oh, Cinnabon.
What do you mean you're closing? Come on, the gate is still half open. I could get in there. I mean, you got to give me one more bun. Come on. Dude, the flight is delayed. Be a person.
I can't take my water on the What am I going to do? You know, you always profile the wrong people.
I mean, I can bring my shoe bomb on. That's fine. But no water?
No water.
I can't bring my Poland Spring? Come on.
It's gone too far.
What? It's gone too far in this country. That is crazy. I told you I was still flipping out. I saw 1408 last night, that movie.
Yeah, scary.
Tripped me out, man.
Yeah, what's it about? It did well.
Yeah, I want to see
second place
this.
over the weekend.
Yep. He's like a myth. John Cusack's like a haunted mansion writer. He writes books about haunted houses or something like that. And so he finds about this room, 1408 in Manhattan, where apparently it's like 55 people died, and he wants to write about it.
Jeez.
So he's like, all right, so I want to stay in the room. And Samuel L. Jackson's like, I'm not going to let you. A lot of people died. We don't rent it out. And he's like, I'm going in there. So he's like, there's some legal thing that says, like, if there is a room, you have to rent it out. Oh, sorry, Jim.
No, go ahead, man. Go.
Okay, good. So Jim hasn't seen the movie, so I don't want to... Well, I won't ruin it for... Anyways.
Dude, go into the sound booth.
Do you have a sound booth here?
Look at Jim's plugging
I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop it now. I'm going to stop it now.
Don't hear about it. I'm just doing it. Me and my girlfriend will go see it. Then when she gets scared, I'll put her head in my lap.
Anyways, it just gets so screwed up, man. It's
really scary movie, not like a slasher movie type.
No, it's not.
Jimmy's not giving it away. He's just saying how scary it was.
You want to leave at the end. You want it to end. You go, this is enough of this. This is like freaking.
Really?
Oh.
Is there a scene, like I had a horrifying thing, where they order room service and it comes without rolls? High five me, guys.
Can I get another wine spritzer over here?
You know,
we saw.
They're getting too good with these horror films. Like
me and my girlfriend went to see The Ring, when it first came out. Now this is The Ring came out, and it's one of those adaptations of a Japanese movie, which has done very well over here when they do that, because they are just some scary shit.
Yeah.
So they did The Ring. Me and my girlfriend go to see it. We're sitting there, and there was barely anyone in the theater. I think there were 2 girls in front of us, a couple of guys in the back, and we're watching, so petrified, scared, that we were laughing that we were so scared. And like tears, my girlfriend's crying, tears are coming out. She goes, I don't want to watch anymore. And I'm laughing at her, but I'm scared shitless. The 2 girls up front are crying, and the guys in the back are just laughing to kind of loosen themselves up because they're scared shit. Everyone in there was just scared shitless.
Yeah.
When she goes, I saw her face. And then they showed that picture of her all distorted. And the creepy film, the video that they actually pop in, was just creepy enough. With the mirror, the round mirror, and the black and white, and her brushing her hair. Like, shit like that scares me more than any stabbing thing.
John Cusack plays it so he's really acted this well, too. He's good in this. You believe it, and it's just it's just him in a room basically, but it's sick. It's
I
gotta see it.
They're starting to explore that part of the brain that you don't want to deal with. With these horror films.
Completely. Yeah.
Back in the day, it was Freddy Krueger. You're like, oh, it's scary. But
the new Halloween, what Rob Zombie's doing, the new Halloween movie, it looks great. It's like that's going to be fun and scary. And
when you walk down the street after a movie, like just freaked out, paranoid.
Freaking out.
Dude, I threw my ticket in the garbage. I didn't want any proof that I saw the movie. I had nothing to do. I was that scared. It was. I was freaked out, man. I was like, I felt like I was hallucinating.
You know what nails me in movies every time is creepy kids. I don't like. You're like, what? Or giggling and little footsteps going. You fucking asshole.
Right.
Thanks. See, this kind of stuff.
What's the theme of the Rosemary's Baby? You don't have that, do you?
That's the worst.
That's the scariest theme, right?
That is a nasty one.
That gives me chills.
That, and also what else scares me is that creepy bodies can't bend that way. Shaky, fast motion stuff. Does that nail me? I go like, I can't look at this.
Yeah, I mean, I can see if it was like the Clash of the Titans type of
right,
like claymation, like weird stuff. But when it's
in Dynavision.
Going old school, the beginning of The Shining with that music as they're driving up to the mountain, or up the mountain. That is like so because we've all taken that trip with
The Shining with the twins.
Rosemary's Baby.
Right? Oh, here it is.
It's just like...
Yeah. You can't do anything but fuck the devil to this. God,
I'm going to kill you.
You got the beginning of The Shining?
You know, the scary scene was in Devil's Advocate, where she's pregnant or whatever, and she's having a nightmare that she's walking through, like, the apartment alone.
Oh, yeah.
She walks in and she sees just a little baby in a room.
Yeah.
Alone, and the baby is, like, playing in innards. Like, she realizes, like, she wakes up and realizes she's miscarried, or so it was some creepy shit.
That was really creepy. Babies, children, like that. The twins in The Shining scared the shit out of me. When Danny
they're the sweet life of Zach and Cody. Now they've grown up to do that, which is great. Good for them.
Have they really? No, I mean, because I don't know what happened to them, and it wouldn't have surprised me. I thought they were the Olsen twins for the longest time.
They haven't shown the Disney Channel now.
That's funny. They just stand there. Come play with us, Danny.
Now they work at a water park.
This was just so basic, but man, they're driving
Shining.
The big long shot of the Volkswagen driving down the windy road.
Or up the mountain.
Yeah.
It's another Stephen King movie we were saying. Yep. How many Stephen King books have been made into movies?
Amazing.
4 or 5.
Perhaps more than that, Jim.
Perhaps more than that.
But when he comes around the corner and the first time you see those girls and they're just kind of standing there, scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And then they're hacked up because, Grady had to correct them.
But the quick flashes to the bodies, like that was the great part. Harp on them. You see him looking at the girls, and then all of a sudden there's a quick flash of them slaughtered with an axe laying there.
They were naughty. They were playing with matches, and Grady was angry with them.
I didn't say that wasn't firm parenting. There's a lot more of what's needed. How great is that on a plane? Fucking parent just hit their kid with an axe. Shut up.
Stop your baby from...
And anything like that. They did the little remake, the director's cut of The Exorcist, and they showed that scene where she was kind of like a spider, almost bent over backwards with her head turned the other way, walking down the stairs.
That's the type that frightens you?
That scared the shit out of me more than anything else in the whole movie, The Exorcist. I can't take the bent the wrong way people.
That made me laugh.
Bent wrong way people?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
That particular one, yeah.
We'll cut your legs off.
You know what's scary? The other Japanese one, too. Not The Ring, but what was the one they remade with the little Asian kid? The Grudge. I was like, this is going to blow. It was fucking scary, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
No one saw it?
So it's the little Asian kid with the black, they put the black makeup around his eyes. And then they showed him on an interview or something. He's cute as a button, little kid.
Well,
and then they make him up all scary and put the white powder on him.
She's walking through the house looking for something because she hears like a cat mewing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And there's this boarded up.
But they meowed.
There's a boarded up. No, they mew. They're like rats.
Oh, okay.
There was a boarded up, like taped up piece of wood in the wall or something. So she undoes it and takes all the tape or whatever off it and opens it. And she's that little Asian kid sitting there.
Yeah.
You're like, you.
Oh, he's in the wall?
Fuck.
Yeah. Who would think to do something like that, right? Was there a movie called like Bad Reginald or Bad Arnold where somebody fed a kid through a wall his whole life?
Whoa.
Somebody moves into the house. It's from the 70s.
Was it more believable than that stupid Wes Craven movie, The People Under the Steps, where the space between the walls they had fucking 4 feet of room? They were throwing jamborees in between the walls. No one builds walls that people can just run through and hide under.
Designed his apartment.
All right, so you had to use your imagination a little bit.
Dude, there was 60 people living in the cracks of the walls. Bunch of people under the steps having fun. They have a fucking subway system, small airport. It was awful.
Well, you should know that in New York, you make little spaces big.
Yeah, you got to really work.
I love how they call it like a studio apartment. Like, hey, it's cool.
Like cracker box.
A studio. I want to come back to my studio.
Yeah, I got a loft.
Like a loft.
Loft.
Let's go to Nick.
You have a ledge, is what you're saying.
You're right, you have a table. It's a piece of wood over your open toilet seat. Fucking eating
my
tomato soup.
Let's go to Nick in his truck, I guess. Nick the trucker, what's up?
Howdy, love y'all, love the show. When y'all had the actresses on the from the movie Descent, that movie was fucking creepy. Those guys, the cave dwellers that just crawled, really fucked up.
Oh, the chicks that went down in the cave, yeah. We had all those girls on, but we were commenting on just how pretty they were instead of the movie.
I never saw the movie.
Was that scary? Oh, they all came down.
Yeah, they were like splunking, I think.
Was it good?
They were splunking or something.
They were spelunking.
Spelunking.
Oh, those hot chicks we had in on the XM site?
Yeah.
It was good. It was really good, and Opie, you're my favorite.
Ooh.
Aww. Way to hurt everyone, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's no favorites
I finally get one.
There's
Thanks,
no
Nick.
OPIE in team.
Oh, yes, there is when they say that I'm their favorite.
Damn it.
There probably is.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Kevin and Philly, what's up?
Hey, no, that film Fallon was talking about was Bad Ronald.
Bad Ronald?
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it called Bad Ronald?
ABC movies.
Bad Ronald. Oh. It was frightening, wasn't it?
Was it about a clown who sold food that makes you shit?
That's Ellie, the new diet pill.
All right, so 1408 is a good movie.
It definitely is. Yeah, absolutely. I loved it.
I think the
well, I didn't love it. It scared the crap out of me. What are we talking about?
You loved it. You do everything they do in it. You loved John Cusack. You love them.
Better off dead.
He went to the movies with the Scissor Sisters. I'm going to be saying that all day.
Scissor Sisters.
He saw it in Chelsea. Gay Pride Week.
I saw him there with his shirt off.
He threw you under the bus.
Yeah.
With the Beauty of Regis, he had no idea he was throwing you under the
He
bus.
just thought he was doing me a favor.
Yeah, you were just trying to go with it.
I love these colorful young gentlemen wearing their copper suits.
He doesn't even know that it might be a little...
They're just hip and now. This is what's happening these days.
Let me do this handshake now.
Oh, boy. What does it look like? Oh, my goodness.
What, his voice just totally changed after that. Like,
yeah.
Oh, man, that was weird.
Wow.
Anyway, Kelly, what else is going on?
Someone's bringing up a reference we haven't talked about in a while. Did Fallon just refer to Bad Boy Bubby?
Oh, no, Bad Boy Bubby was another movie.
Dude, you want to see a movie... Although after the first 20 minutes it sucks.
It just goes nowhere.
We could turn you on to a movie called Bad Boy Bubby. He has sex with his mom and...
Oh, it's just despicable.
It's hilarious.
His mom forces him to have sex with her.
It's just a silly film.
Now be a good boy, Bubby.
Like, he wears a gas mask because... No, wait.
She's convinced him that the world outside is poison.
Yeah.
And no one lives out there, so he's just got to live in this little room of an apartment that they have. And she goes out to work, but she puts on this gas mask, and then when she leaves, she locks him in and then hangs the gas mask because everything's fine. But he will never leave the place. And he's just retarded kind of because...
the world's going to get...
Yeah, going to kill him. And
then she comes home and yells at him and then makes him have sex with her.
He has no concept of right and wrong, so like he likes this cat, but he like broke the cat's neck or wrapped it in plastic because it started stinking, and he still carries it around like his cat. It's a disturbing movie.
They should remake that, or
just like do a better job at it.
Make it into a musical.
Look,
there's Bad Boy Bubby.
Here's Bad Boy Bubby, and
oh, what do you got it over there?
Yeah, and the mom comes home and like washes his nude body.
Apparently, Bubby was all cock.
How could you resist? How could you resist Bubby?
He kind of looks like Billy Bob Thornton a little bit.
Yeah,
got a little Billy Bob in him, and
Bad Boy Bubby.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes are like worth
Gold.
watching.
I mean, it's a good idea. It's very like Rod Serling.
Yeah.
It's an Australian movie
Rod
or something
Serling
like that.
Great.
What a genius that guy was.
God damn.
Rod Serling.
Way ahead of his time.
Wrote every episode by himself.
Did he
Yeah,
really?
you watch The Twilight Zone and then watch what else was going on back then. You don't even realize they're that old when you watch the marathons and stuff because they're so well done. And then you watch some other crap that was done back then, and it's like he was so far ahead of his time.
A lot of people say like they complain that he stole their ideas. Like I heard about that, but that happens with everybody that's successful. They try to sue. Like I came up with Titanic.
Yeah.
Like, no, it actually happened. Oh, whatever.
Captain came up with it. Not turning enough. But I saw. Did you ever see the? Do you have the box set?
Absolutely.
Of that? Did you see some of the like interviews with? I think it was David Susskind he was doing one with, where they were smoking and you couldn't see them. You absolutely. They were on the set smoking, and you couldn't see them. At one point, they blew in like you needed radar to see.
They used to make a hell of a cigarette back in the day.
You just see who's ever lighting up. Like the ash just lights up at the end of the cigarette.
Yeah,
that's one person.
Well, he was another guy though. That would just walk out in the middle of they do the story and then they pan over to Rod Serling and there he is with his cigarette. Yeah, just smoking.
Regis is doing a whole. I don't mean it. I'm sorry I interrupted, but I can't.
Unhealthy food.
Regis is like,
I can't eat this stuff.
It's a table full of desserts, and they're discussing what. What could they possibly be doing?
Is it low-fat stuff? Look, I can't eat this. I just had my chest cracked open. For the love of God.
A bunch of things you can't eat.
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe it's low fat or something.
Maybe this is stuff you could eat.
God.
If you had your insides
That's
removed,
a mess.
Turned upside down, and put back in place.
It looks great, though, right? For having a heart thing.
Amazing.
I mean, this looks like shit.
Yeah, but he took one bite and then just grabbed his chest and fell face first into it.
Pot up Regis. Let's see what this is about.
Oh, good. We can get it.
Let's test it out.
Here's the winner. Here's the winner. Let's go.
I want no part of it.
Now, these are little individual By the way, yeah, these are beautiful, and I think
apple tarts.
Apple tarts.
These are apple tarts.
Everybody can bring their own interpretation. They don't all have to be apple crumble.
Apple crumble. Apple crumble.
This is like fancy apple galette.
It must be an apple thing.
So what you could do.
I love this guy.
So good.
Looks very scary.
He doesn't. Even the cakes scare him.
He doesn't like the cake.
I don't like it
because they look like my clogged arteries.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's you.
I get second, and you get third.
I get third. Okay, fine. That's it.
And then
he wants to go right to commercial.
He wants out of this segment.
That's all he does.
He's great. They won't let him out.
He is awesome.
Everything that's related to New York. And here's the recipe book that you can put all the apple pie recipes in.
All right.
Coming up the scissor system.
What's up next?
I just love it.
I love it.
I was on the show once. I was a fan. I know you're going to kill me for this, but I had a crush on Kathy Lee Gifford.
Really?
I don't know why I just did. I liked that. I thought she was cool. I thought I liked her. So I went. I convinced my best friend to go see Regis and Kathy Lee when we were in high school.
Right.
I didn't have a huge crush on her, but I thought she was cool.
Well, at least you had a crush on her like back in the day.
Pre-Cody, pre-Kathy.
I was trying to figure this out.
She had that one lazy eye thing. I had a thing on it. So we go to see the show, and I said, "Here's what we're gonna do. No matter they have the trivia contest where they go like who started the movie, blah blah. And if you guys said, and then the person on the phone's like, Tom Cruise. And yeah, so now pick a seat from 1 to 130, and they share. So I go to my friend. No matter what they say, stand up like we want.
Oh no!
So he's like, all right. So it's like, chair number 5, and we're at 130. Like, yeah! And it's live, so the camera came up to us. I'm like, all right. And then it went down, found the real people, and we're so psyched we're on TV. And then during the commercial break, like Regis came up and he's saying hi to everybody, and then he goes, hey Regis, he goes, guys, why?
Oh, man. It was funny.
God.
You have that on tape, dude?
Yeah, I do.
That's
a great piece of tape, man. I would love to see that.
You got to throw that on your MySpace.
Oh, if you ever do Regis, you got to do that.
Dude, you got a video like that on MySpace, you can get some friends.
Right?
Screw that SNL stuff.
Oh, look, Heather Mills' pants.
I saw it, Jerry. I saw the visual. Now they're doing, like, what
I'm doing another segment to pot him up. I got to hear him again now.
We started with Regis this break. We got to end with Regis.
What is he doing?
Do you want to wear a hat?
Yes.
Great.
He's like, whatever. Whatever I got to do.
You can pot it up at any given moment, and it's entertaining.
Okay.
Oh, no, the little batting practice.
Maybe Regis shouldn't be swinging a bat just yet.
Oh, I hope he lays a ball right into a head.
Or the bat flies out of his hand.
You're not going to hit that ball anyhow. Okay?
Whoa! He just missed that. Wow, Regis took a good swing at that.
Bobby. No matter. Bobby.
Oh, they're using a little pitching machine.
Swing.
Hey, look at Regis taking some chops at that.
Are they real baseballs?
I don't know what they are. No, they sound like wiffle balls.
So the idea is...
Yeah, they're ping pong balls or something.
to have a pitching machine that pitches the balls out.
He's doing pretty good.
You got an old guy with heart problems just hitting balls on TV.
I love ping pong.
America's pastime.
Give them prizes for fielding.
You're not bad, kid.
And hockey's next.
Drinking this could really turn into a whole other kind of game.
You're going to go to bring out the foosball table.
Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese.
We're going to kick some ass.
Adorable, Alana.
Uh-oh, he's breathing heavy. Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
It's all
They're keeping the ball, shooting him, hitting Regis in the heart.
I hope he takes that bat and has an Untouchables moment. This is a business.
Look, I want done with this segment.
Oh, boy. He's not excited, Regis. God, he looks really thin.
He looks great. I get nervous when I go on the show because the chairs are so high up.
Yeah.
That I always feel like
you're sitting on a bar stool.
You always feel like you're gonna fall over or something like that because be the first guy to actually really get injured.
Just fall off of one of Regis's chairs and break your leg.
Yeah, no, like stools.
That is a little odd that you're not seated lower. There's no desk. You're just kind of out there.
Yeah. It's a totally different show. Yeah. It's wild.
Put you on the spot.
We should take a quick break.
Are we going to plug the fact?
What happened?
What happened? We are interviewing Marty Feldman during the next break. No, sorry, Bob.
Oh, my God.
Super Agent Bobby. I didn't even see him lurking in the corners there.
Yeah.
Usually when you're in a dark corner like that, you're hanging upside down sleeping.
Frankenstein.
Wow. He's Super Agent Bob Eatman. He's our agent.
Oh, good man.
In town on vacation.
Yeah.
Really?
But he works during vacation.
Yeah, he never knows.
Like his family's on vacation.
He doesn't know when to stop working.
That's
no,
cool.
he doesn't
wants to
stop.
write off the flights.
Huh?
He just wants to write off the flight. Can I write off the hotel even if my wife and kids are staying all in one room? They just bring in cots and bunk beds.
How long are you here for?
A week.
Oh, boy.
Are you doing anything like New Yorkie stuff?
New Yorkie.
Like what?
All the tourist things. You told me that, right? The Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, everything.
Spring
He lives out in
Awakening.
California. Spring Awakening.
Kids love that.
Go to see the Scissor Sisters.
I took the kids to see Frost Nixon.
They love it.
Kids love Richard Nixon Broadway plays.
Frost Nixon. Imagine. Kids just sitting there. I'm bored.
Take your kids to see Frost Nixon on Broadway.
Yeah, just do all the dumb stuff. What do you got, Dan? You got a mic for Bob?
Yes,
This
Bob.
This should
Shy.
Be, oh, this should be
Bob is a
exciting.
little shy.
Good. He does good radio.
I'm not. Yeah. So you're doing what are the plans? Where are you going with the family?
We're going Top of the Rock.
Top of the Rock.
Yeah.
That's the big restaurant that's on top of Rockefeller Center.
Nice view.
360-degree view.
I loved how these vultures over at 30 Rock and also the vultures at there's another place, can't remember where, but another relatively tall building, had to compete with each other after 9/11. The highest restaurant above Manhattan is the blah, blah, blah.
Oh, really?
It's like, oh, you bastards.
Sick, right?
Yeah, they couldn't wait to
move
their status from the second highest
to the highest.
To the highest.
Yeah, we're number one now. Let me tell you.
We did it.
Yeah.
Sick
Wow,
F's.
sad.
So you're going there. That's nice.
Yeah, last night we went through Central Park.
Oh, you take a carriage ride?
We did that.
That's good. Oh, you must have looked great. What a Bob must have loved peeling off some cash for that one.
Like
Peeling off
15
some
minutes is $50.
Yeah. It's almost like your fees.
Almost.
Your parting gift is that bag that hangs behind the horse. Okay, take this back to the hotel.
You wanted 10% of your income. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Know what's great about those guys? They point to the Dakota and then just make up people that live there, and the tourists don't know.
Well, they just know
Madonna
it for
lives there,
John Lennon,
and, yeah.
And Alan Alda, you happy?
Right.
They don't care.
But I see these guys pull out just names out of their ass, basically, and the tourist doesn't know.
Yeah.
No.
Did your family get on that round bicycle and pedal through Times Square? I want to hit that thing, though, with a train.
Wait, what's the round bicycle?
It's a six-person bicycle.
It's six-person. It's round, though, so some people are backwards, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting at, like, the numbers of a clock.
Or like
and
the
you're
river
raft,
the river raft thing that you do.
Yeah.
And you're all pedaling, and it's going in the same direction. One guy steers,
driving,
and you you just see Midwestern families holding up traffic. See, I'm a driver.
Sweating.
Yeah, sweating.
And paying the guy when they leave.
Yeah, thank you.
Go, buddy. Thank you, pal.
Thanks for, you guys did all the work, but I'll take the money.
Thank you so much.
I see one.
See, I'm a driver, so I hate pedestrians, I hate the horses, and I hate those goddamn pedal rickshaws that are now all over Times Square. They're the guy with a little rickshaw, but instead of holding out the handles and running, they have like a bicycle on the front.
Yeah.
They're not from what I hear from the cops, they're not insured. If you get into an accident in one of those things, you're pretty much screwed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they pick people up, and then they pedal and take up, a lane of traffic. Me, I'm going through it like 1 mile per gallon.
Just like leaning on that one wheel so they keep turning. It's like a bad shopping cart. Just can't go straight anymore. Like,
that's
you ruined my whole
jam. What do you do?
You ruined my whole income.
It's just I can't.
I've never done those things. Yeah.
No.
And then it's like, do they small talk or do they?
Yeah, I guess they try to tell you things. Like, I can't take cab drivers that talk either. I don't want that. Yeah. I don't like this white guy equals crazy cab driver. Regular white American guy means he's crazy.
He's going to talk.
You get Middle Eastern guys, it's fine. He's going to take you to point A, point B. You hear his phone call. You ever go, excuse me?
Yeah.
And then realize he's talking to somebody else.
It's like, no, I'm on the phone.
Yeah,
of course. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt your phone call.
Yeah, sorry.
As you're driving me somewhere.
Yeah,
they sit there and wonder what they're planning.
Yeah, what's this? That's what Empire State Building.
Something about that language. Oof.
What happened?
But you're right.
Scared.
But when I get in a cab with a white cabbie, I don't feel safe because they're just insane.
They're crazy. They all want to talk about things.
Jimmy brought one of these. Jimmy Norton brought one of these guys in. The happy cab driver, whatever the hell.
The positive.
The positive cabbie.
This horse's ass picked me up one time in front of my building, and he has like a fucking top hat on, and he wears like a 9/11 tie. He's like this patriotic guy, an American flag tie.
American flag tie. Yeah.
And you get in, and this shitbird just starts talking about how he had a limo company, but after 9/11, it kind of doesn't work anymore for him, and he yaps the whole time. I've never wanted to fucking murder a guy behind the wheel.
You're like, really? The limo thing didn't work for you, Mr. Top Hat guy?
He's the worst.
He's dressing like a human being and driving people around.
He looks like Benny Hill. Look, we got a picture of him here, Jimmy. If you could.
Oh yeah, the American flag guy.
Yeah.
He drops drops you off, and he hands you
like Bud Melman.
Right.
He hands you the thing that says like, "Be happy, be positive." He just yaps the whole time
about how he's so sad.
Yeah. No, he's now happy, though. But he doesn't look too happy.
But he's Mr. Happy, but he tells you the sad story.
Yeah, and he jumps out of the cab and like a limo guy and runs and gets your door.
And gives you a card.
Isn't there a guy that's like a trivia guy, too? You get in, he asks like...
That's Ben. That's my buddy, actually. Ben Bailey. It's a
Ben
game
Bailey,
show,
it's a game show, yep. I've never seen it.
There was a guy that can...
Cabbies all love him.
He can guess the day you were born or something like that. Do you know that guy?
Ew.
Another crazy...
He's a crazy guy, but he says, if you do, it's $10 if I do it. And you go... All right. And then you ask you one question, and the question isn't when were you born, but it's like, that's what I would do. But it's like the question is something like, what is something? And you tell him some weird number. So how old is something? And then he figures out. He goes, oh, that's what it is. I'm sorry. You tell him the date you were born. He tells you what day of the week it is.
Oh
wow.
So he has a 1 in 7 shot.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if I'm Wednesday or Friday, so I'm like, awesome! You're amazing!
Yeah, how about you give him the day of the week and he tells you the year? That's a little fucking...
There's so many scammers in New York. I watched a guy, I think it was in Central... Actually, no, this is Boston. But it's kind of similar. I watched a guy, a homeless guy. He could play the first, 10 seconds of Layla.
While he's driving?
No, he's... I know... Well, I don't know why. Because you did the trivia thing and guess my age. And another scammer. So he's in the park in Boston. We watched this guy for an hour. He can play the first riff of Layla, the first 10 or 15 seconds. And he's got his guitar case out, and people walking by. Homeless dude knows Layla. Cool. And you're just giving him cash. But if you sit there and watch the scam. That's all he knows of the song. So as soon as you give your money and walk, he stops playing and waits for the next person to come, and then he gets in.
I love those street guys. They get really creative. There's one guy in San Francisco.
But you're thinking that the guy has like a catalog of songs. No, he only knows like 15 seconds of one song.
Genius, and he plays it every 15 seconds.
Yeah, there you go.
He's on a loop.
Right.
There's a guy in San Francisco that if you go to like the wharf, you come out and this guy comes out from behind a bush and he goes, "Hurrah!"
Oh yeah, I had a bit I did on him, the Bushman.
The Bushman.
Yeah, yep.
And then he has a sign that says, "Ha ha, I scared you on the Bushman."
Oh, does he have a sign? I don't remember his sign. I just watched him for a while.
Yeah, and then you give him $10. You go, "That's pretty awesome."
He
totally scared me. Yeah, the Bushman. That's right. I thought that was just amazing.
$10 to scare you.
Yeah.
How does he not get beaten?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
But then you get a lot of people just hang out in that area waiting for people that
victim,
don't know about it, right?
You're always happy when you see the really old people. You're like, oh, good.
Don't do it, man.
Yeah, potential chest grab, fall in front of them.
You will stand there and watch people be scared or watch them fall for a gag. When there's somebody playing a trick on somebody, I'll stand there for hours. I just love it. Or if something is screwed up mechanically, like a door doesn't work, I'll be like, all right, I'm there.
That's the
I'm
best.
just standing watching people go face first into the supermarket door.
I remember Parnell he did like one of those silver statues on Saturday Night Live once.
Yeah.
And they all boycotted him. And because I don't know what he did. He didn't even write the bit. I don't know why they boycotted him. But anyways, after the show, we came downstairs and there was like 20 silver dudes like outside, like mad that he made fun of them.
Yeah, but they can't fight because they got to stay stiff.
It totally felt like warriors. Right? Like, you know, the gangs that would never, ever exist. Baseball players on roller skates. Like,
with makeup.
It was the awesomest gangs in the world. Like,
that's great.
Yeah, like the silver dudes.
Yeah,
they're the gangs.
They only show the baseball dudes, the Furies. They only show them like running and with the makeup on and the baseball thing. They don't show them at home putting it on, going, "This feels kind of stupid."
Yeah, are you sure we're gonna fight tonight?
Like, are we fighting? Let me put my black eye makeup
If we're not
on.
fighting, I'm not going through the whole makeup thing.
Well, they don't show them running for the cops, and they go, "We're looking for a guy in a Yankee hat and with a bat on skates," and him trying to fit in.
I think he went that way.
Didn't they have a star eye too, or something?
Yeah, one of them looked like Paul Stanley.
Yeah, a little Paul Stanley thing happened.
Apparently, those were all stuntmen.
Yeah,
like all the gangs were all stuntmen.
Really?
Because they were really good at that fake bat fighting. And
what movie did Riff work on? Riff. Fucking 500 guys with bats and hockey sticks on the beach. Black guys in black outfits on the beach, all hot and shit. Uncomfortable.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to take a break and get Jimmy out of here.
Why?
Jimmy got to go.
Yeah, his car's at 10 o'clock.
Ah.
Just got the message.
Jimmy, always a pleasure. Both times.
Are you mad?
Thank you so much.
Wait, I think he's mad at us.
You're not mad at us, are you?
No, not mad at all. No,
sure?
Everything's great.
I think it was the Conan thing.
But we were only asking.
No, not mad at all.
Conan people hate me, so I'm trying to find the next guy and be really nice to him.
We were just asking. You didn't have to answer the question.
No, absolutely. No, you guys are doing pressure.
Yeah, something's going on. Jimmy feels it too.
Really?
We're hurt.
Yeah. Absolutely not. I got things to do today.
Sit through this. What? I'm not going to sit through this.
We had a new pal. I was feeling good about our friendship, and all of a sudden it's 10 o'clock, and
I felt something change.
I gotta go. Well, I TiVo'd Regis. I gotta go home and watch that and make sure I'm up to date on all my top.
Your impressions. I think it was when we put a mic on Super Agent Bob Eatman. I felt a turn in the room.
Absolutely.
He's staring at.
Wow, he was thinking, "Wow, I'm doing that bad. You got to like talk to this stiff."
For those of you that can't see the magic of Bob Eatman is he's sitting right now in a chair and he has his legs crossed, very uncomfortable. That leg is so ready to slip off because he has short legs, and his arms are behind his head. But it's the most unrelaxed. It looks like you're surrendering. I've never seen a less relaxed pose on a chair. That's like, please God, let me appear to be relaxed. That is really uncomfortable.
You know what would be amazing if there was no chair there? He's just levitating.
Standing there on one foot.
Levitating on one foot.
Like the amazing Bob Eatman.
You were awesome, man.
Or he's sitting like on a traffic cone.
looks like the dude from Lemon Party. The same pose.
Wow.
Yeah,
hey, you know.
He's Lucky Devil number 3 from Lemon Party. Well, Jimmy, we can plug Jimmy's Jimmy Fallon. It's Car Wash for Peace. You can download it on iTunes, and all the proceeds go to FisherHouse.org, which helps a lot of the troops coming back who are injured, right? From Iraq, and MySpace.com/Jimmy Fallon.
Thank you.
Oh, that's actually you.
Yeah.
Did you have to get rid of the fake ones?
Yeah, is there a fake Jimmy Fallon?
You know, there's got to be other ones. I never checked it out, but I'm just assuming.
You ever look up your name and it's kind of creepy? Like all of a sudden, like there's like a Greg Hughes.
There was a fake
that's
you.
like a used car salesman and like
transsexual with no legs.
Right. It's always
when I wrote car wash.
There was a fake me for a while. And
no, I'm not even
I
talking.
had to make a MySpace.
I'm not even talking about fake. Like you Google your name and then you see.
Oh, right.
And you see any other Jimmy Fallons out there that were interesting?
Yeah, there is someone else. Yeah, I forget who it is, but I don't even do it. You know, I stopped doing it after like my third season of Saturday Night Live because it just gets harsh.
Yeah.
And just to go, well, just people don't like you.
Yeah, you probably read a lot of awful.
You can't please everybody
and stuff like that. It's frustrating, right?
Well, it's just like, well, it's kind of also as a comedian, you kind of like it. You know, I'm addicted to like bad press, and you're like, oh, this guy hates me too. Oh man, that's real bad. Oh, this guy's that's a good one. I would use that to slam somebody else. That's really good. I got to steal that one.
Did you ever read anything that really got to you though? You're like, oh.
I don't know. It's like, you know, now and then I bet you probably like, I mean, this is a long time ago when I used to look at them, but maybe like, what's with his hair? Who combs their hair like that? You know, something. It's like, what is? I'm just combing my hair like everyone else in America.
It's guys too that do that a lot. Like we'll get that over here. It's like, dude, you know, you should gain some weight. You know, you're skinny. It's like, why are you looking at other guys at all? Like, I don't care what you look like. I can understand if it's a girl, you know, saying that, but like, why would a guy comment on how the
now all these guys are going to change their names to girls?
Yeah, well,
just to get
Sandra, to sexy it up. Sandra, cut your legs off, bastards.
Do you know some guy wrote about me one time on a message board? I was like, what do I do to deserve this? He's like, that Jim Norton's not my cup of tea.
Wow. Language.
Yeah, my cup of tea is some dandy guy with a monocle. Yeah, that Jim Norton.
Boy, did we have a long conversation about the monocle with somebody one night. What the hell was that?
Bud Friedman?
Just talking about how ridiculous they are. You got to hold them there. It's only one eye.
You know, it'd be great if one eye's different than the other eye, so you got two monocles.
Two monocles.
We got to fix this.
And when you're surprised, you got to make it pop out.
Like they couldn't figure out like a strap back then, just hold it in place.
Just strap it there.
Why would they make it the most difficult thing to use ever?
And you got to go. Monocle.
And then pop it out.
Where?
You have to have a walrus mustache.
Yeah, the big Taft mustache going.
Taft.
I love the monocle.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, Jimmy.
Yes,
thanks for having me back. I'd love to come back too.
And again, anytime.
Wait, he said he would love to come back to you.
You got the open invite.
Yeah,
when?
Whenever you want.
When would that be?
Are you busy Thursday?
If you haven't noticed, Opie likes making our best guests very uncomfortable upon leaving. I don't want to be a ruin the bit guy, but I would like Jimmy to come back.
We're very needy. That's all it is. We like
back in AW, people go, I got to go. I'm like, well, what?
Why? What's the problem?
What's wrong? We're just having fun. He's like, I got to be on Regis.
And then he'd start that shit with no, I saw something wrong. And they'd believe it because he'd be all serious and go, no, I did see something change. And go, all right, we're off. And make like we went off the air. And then go, dude, what was the problem with the end of that? And it's all going out over the air. And the guy's really uncomfortable, and I'd have to hide. I would hide. I can't take that.
And they're like, oh, my publicist said only from A.
No, dude, I swear there's not a problem. I saw something, you know, if whatever it is, it's cool, you know.
I love you guys. Thanks for having me back on.
No, we won't do it to you today, but we'll also make the guests leave while we're still on the air. It's the most uncomfortable thing ever.
And they got to get up and leave.
And go. It's like,
and then you hear in the hallway, you can hear you guys talking about it.
Bye.
Like, yeah. Hey, did he smell weird to you guys? Then they come back in. I don't smell weird.
Dude, he kept rubbing his dick in his pants pocket.
I think he farted on the way out. Am I wrong? I mean,
did you guys smell that?
It was horrible. How weird is that, dude? Like, that was kind of rude. You're on the elevator here, you guys, like on the way down, going, oh, come on, we got to go back up.
That guy.
I did not fart, you guys.
I hope he never comes back.
Or one of our, I know you got to leave. Another one we do, we'll leave the show. And
that's always a fun one.
And then we did that to Speed Reader guy, somebody, where we just made excuses why we had to leave the studio, and we were able to figure out where all three of us left, and the guy's still sitting there. And
at the mic.
And he's like,
didn't know what to do.
That is great thing to do.
Just left him sitting there. I guess we're still on.
Still
but
on?
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
Really
One at a time leave? Or
yeah. It was like important things like we taking a phone call, and then you just slowly walk out of the studio, and he's like,
just motion to
what
him.
do
like,
I do?
"Oh, we'll be right back.
1 minute.
1 minute.
But Jimmy, like if one of us left, you wouldn't think anything of it. Maybe
Absolutely.
two, there's still something going on. Then the third guy would get up.
You're
and
just,
like,
okay.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, it was so uncomfortable.
And then the shit you would get out of the guy
Oh.
just trying to figure it out.
Horrid.
Like how to entertain, like what?
Yeah, and he doesn't even know what he's supposed to do. Or...
Gary Sampson now has his own show. Yeah, he's like,
we could babble all day, but come back and see us soon,
Yeah,
please.
definitely, Jimmy.
you guys rock.
It's Jimmy Fallon, everyone. We'll
Thanks,
continue
man.
in just a bit. We'll do this right. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.